How can we answer for people who are telling us not to celebrate Mawlid? The reason is it's bidah and they say the Sahabas didn't do it. How can we prove? The Sahaba did celebrate Mawlid. Because what is Mawlid? Mawlid is reciting poetry in praise of the Prophet ﷺ, which they did. Speaking about the seerah of the Prophet ﷺ, which they did. And the Prophet ﷺ himself was commanded to do in the Quran. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did in the Quran for the Prophet ﷺ. Allah said in the Quran, وَكُلَّا نَقُصَّ عَلَيْكَ مِنْ أَنْبَاءِ الرُّسْلِ مَا نُثَبِّتْ بِهِ فُعَادَكَ وَجَاءُكَ فِي هَذِهِ الْحَقُّ وَالْمَوْعِظَةُ وَذِكْرَى لِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ. I will tell you the stories of the prophets that came before you in order to strengthen your heart. And there comes to you through this, the haqq, the truth, وَمَوْعِظَةُ, and good advice, وَذِكْرَى لِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ, and a reminder for the believers. So the Mawlid gathering, what is the Mawlid gathering? You gather, you recite the seerah of the Prophet ﷺ, which is sunnah. You recite qasidas praising the Prophet ﷺ, which is sunnah. And you give out food, which is sunnah. And all of these things were things that the Sahaba did in front of the Prophet ﷺ. And what is the sunnah? The sunnah is af'al al-nabi, his actions, wa aqwalihi, and his speech, wa sifatihi, and his attributes, wa taqriratihi, and things that happened around him that he approved of. So if he approved of people reciting qasidas for him, and he approved of people talking about the lives of the Prophet in front of him, then these things are sunnah, they're not bidah. The only difference is we select a date in which we're going to do these things, and the date happens to be the date that he was born. But everything that we do, as long as you're doing it according to the Quran and Sunnah, then it's sunnah and it's not bid'ah.